What are you saying about the people around you? What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Tabbie Talks. For those of you who are new here, I'm Tabbie. So today, I don't know what it is about me getting inspired to talk like when I have not done anything to myself for the day, bedhead and all. You get it right here, raw and unfiltered and authentic. But I wanted to talk about, what are you saying about other people? I want you to think about the people in your life. It could be anybody. It could be those close to you. It could be those kind of distant from you. But I want you to think about, what is something you believe about somebody? Have you ever met somebody and you just know they're like a ray of sunshine? You know, no matter where you see them, you always, like, just thinking of them, it's like you can see the smile on their face. You know they're funny. You know they're, maybe they're the best advice giver, or maybe they are always making you laugh, or maybe they always have, unexpected, twisted stories. And what about the people that you dread seeing, like, regularly? I want to know, like, tell me specifically in the comments, what is something, you don't have to tell me who, you could if you want to, I'll listen, but what is something you think about somebody? And how often, this is like, I want you to do like a scan of yourself. How often are you right? How often, without even realizing it, how often do they show up that exact same way? Now, I'm doing this because I want you to understand your own power. I want you to take an inventory of your thoughts and look around and see how often you are proved right in a day, or in 2 days. Like, notice the thoughts that you were thinking today in this moment. You're going to be proved right, especially if it's something that you don't even have like a lot of emotional intensity towards, like, it's like a second nature thought. That's why, think of like your best friend. You know your best friend. You have assumptions about your best friend. You have a perspective on your best friend, and your best friend probably shows up in every single way. How about the person in your family that's always late to a party? You think of them, like, say you're having a gathering and you think of them and you're like, oh, they're always late. You just expect it. Sure enough, they show up late. Now, there's always exceptions. And it's not about, when I'm sitting here saying this, 100% accuracy, because there is actually so much more to this. It's not just about if you have the thought, like, this person is going to wear a pink shirt, that it's not necessarily like that. Although you do have the power to do that as well. We'll get into that at another point. But I want you to think about even the people's close to you, how they perceive other people. So a real common scenario that's actually part of my world is, people who have exes. And a lot of times, people who have exes, they speak badly against their ex. Like, they give them not so nice names, like, oh, that if it's, baby daddy, they don't call them by their name. A lot of times they refer to them like, oh, that deadbeat, or oh, that a-hole, or something like that. And same thing with like baby mamas, you think of your baby mama and you're like, oh, I got baby mama drama and she's a psycho, blah, 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 blah. Understand that the way that you are talking about these people is how they will show up. If you are thinking of somebody and you are having arguments with them in your head and you are thinking of them, they will show up in that way. They might not show up and say the exact words. Sometimes they will, but they will show up as a reflection of what that word means to you. That they will show up in ways that are psycho. They will show up in ways that are rude. They will show up in ways that are inconsiderate. You are perpetuating the relationship and the dynamic between the two of you, or however many there are, And you can see this like in other people's lives, right? Because I'm very fortunate. I'm very, very, very fortunate in that this is not a part of my life and saying like we are dealing with somebody that's difficult. However, I can see it in friends, the way that they talk about their exes. And, me now fully understanding my own creative ability has helped me to be able to perceive and use other people's, and I don't want to say it's not a problem. This isn't a judgment. This is a conscious movement away. So when I see something outside of me, I am using that to reflect back to me, ooh, where have I done this? How do I do that in my own way? How is it that I am internalizing and perceiving other people? If you can get into, if you can live, and that's the other thing. The reason that I'm telling you to do this is because when you put out, when you say something bad, when you think something bad, when you push out something bad, it's going to show back up. It's going to. So I'm here to tell you, realize that you do that. Realize it. No judgment. No, there's no reason to beat yourself up for it. This is when you were sleeping. This is before you were consciously aware that you are creating, okay? Take it back and use it as a mirror. Oh yeah, I used to do that. Oh, yep, I do. I was going into work today dreading the interaction that I was going to have with that coworker. I was going into work today imagining that my boss was going to ask me to work overtime. I was going in today imagining that my boss was going to nag me about something, blah, blah, blah. So really, I'd love to hear it from you. Are there people in your life that you just know your interaction with them is going to go great? Are there people that you know that, yeah, I think that they're a manipulator and a liar and I don't trust them? And this ties back into my other video of There's Only Good, because you've conditioned yourself, as we all have, into believing that there are bad people. And I know you're gonna wanna say, well, it's because of what they did to me. It's because of what they did. That's how I formulated that opinion. But I can promise you that you at some point had a belief that people like this would exist. Whether it was, you heard it from another story and now you've invited it closer to your world, you're witnessing it in other people. But I'm just here to tell you, stop offering the same story. If there's somebody difficult in your life, start to bless them. And when we take this, because we're going to take this somewhere very far, when you realize that we are all one, we are all the human race. Every single person is all connected. We are all connected. So when you realize I can change this, and you start to make conscious effort to bless the people in your life, you will be blessed as a byproduct. It just will happen. You will feel better. And you don't have to feel it to say it. But if you say it enough, you'll eventually believe it. That's what I got for you today. I'll have more for you coming. I'm hoping I know you are having a great day. Keep shining that light because the world needs it. Take care.